Stephen, where are you? Steve? Stephen? Stevie? Stevie? Steve! Stevie!
It's quite true, you know. The first time we danced together, I was so nervous I tripped. I nearly sprawled all over the palace floor. It was very embarrassing. Remember?
Don't be kind, darling. I was nervous. I put out my arms for you and I fell.
You've been falling for her ever since?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Charles. Mr. Hornsby, could I have a word with you?
There's no phone call for you instead.
Excuse me.
Darling. Surely not now.
Duty call. I'll be back in a moment. Excuse me.
Just look at that man. He walks as if he's already Prime Minister.
You can tell your grandchildren you were here, can't you?
My dear sir, I'm not married.
When did this happen, Mrs. Hart?
This morning before breakfast.
Oh, surely he's just wandered off for a bit.
No, he's never been away from me before, not for this long, not for all day.
Have you told the police?
Yes, and they're looking, but they haven't found anything. Nothing.
You can count on me for anything. Any expense.
Thank you, sir.
And keep in touch. I want to know as soon as you find him. He'll be back home soon. You'll see. I'll do everything I can to help Mrs. Hart. Everything. I promise you.
Is anything the matter, Michael?
No, nothing. We'd better get back, hadn't we?
As you wish.
well in the cabinet yet, Michael?
You'd be surprised.
Your game's improved beyond recognition, Miguel.
Really? Well, I had a lot of time to practice, General.
You know, if there was anything I could do to clear you with American intelligence.
Well, just pay me the $10. That was the bet, right?
Oh, yes. Miguel, don't suppose you'd like to do a job for me, would you?
Depends on what the job is. How much I'm going to get paid for it.
Well, that's no problem. It's not exactly for me, though. It's for a friend of mine. A very important friend, in fact.
They live at Norton in the Cotswolds. Do you know the place?
No.
Mrs. Hart was our housekeeper here. When her daughter died, she went there to care for her grandson.
And that's the boy who's missing now.
That's right, yes. Stephen.
Did Mrs. Hart notify the police?
Of course. But no trace has been found of the boy, not a hair of him. He's very young, you know.
Thanks. How long have they been looking for him?
4 days.
What's your interest in this?
None. None at all, except I feel some responsibility to Mrs. Hart.
Because she worked for you.
Certainly.
And that's all?
She's desperately in need of help.
What about the father?
I never knew him. He left shortly after the marriage. If there was a marriage.
Could he be involved?
No, he hasn't been heard of for years.
So you just helped your housekeeper and her grandson out of kindness?
Well, there's no ulterior motive in helping them, if that's what you mean.
Well, that's close enough. But I understand that. Because I help people, too.
Out of kindness.
For money.
How much money?
Well, how much help do you need?
My friend told me that you were difficult and rude.
Well, you have a very well-informed friend. You really expect me to find the boy?
I'd like you to satisfy yourself that everything has been done that can be done to find him.
And what if it isn't?
Use your judgment.
100 pounds a week plus expenses, plus 1,000 if I find the boy, and another 2,000 if he's alive.
And if he's dead, will you charge me funeral expenses?
Yes, sir, if you want me to make the arrangements.
I suppose that's why they threw you out of American intelligence. Even in that line of work, they couldn't stomach you.
You called me. You want me to be in Norton this afternoon, yes or no?
Yes, but...
I'd like to see Mrs. Hart.
Can't you come another day?
Tell her McGill's here.
I don't know her.
Who's there, Mason?
Calls himself McGill. You shouldn't intrude just now. Her grandson's missing.
Miss Hart?
Come in, I've been waiting.
I'm sorry, Violet. I didn't know you were expecting anyone.
You've been very kind, Kenneth. Please don't bother about me any longer.
It's no bother. Certainly not at a time like this.
I'll see you tomorrow, then.
Well, if I can be of any help, don't hesitate.
Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you very much. Mr. McGill?
Just McGill, Mrs. Hart.
Can you tell me anything?
Well, I just got here a couple hours ago.
Of course. Do sit down.
Please, go ahead.
Mr. Hornsby phoned me, told me you were coming.
That's very nice of him.
He's always been very nice to my family.
Evidently.
Do you think there's any hope for the boy?
I don't know.
I want to give you all the help I can, answer any questions you may have.
Well, as I understand it, Stephen was last seen on Thursday around noon playing at the bottom of what you call Old Hill.
Yes, that's right. He played there quite often.
And you haven't seen him or heard from him since?
No, not at all. Oh, here's one of his most recent pictures taken last Friday week. I got it out specially for you. Nobody else here needs a picture. Everybody here knows Steve. Everybody.
It's a nice-looking boy.
Here are some of his things. A sweater, coat.
I won't need those.
I thought it might give you a more complete picture. And this is his handwriting, schoolwork. He doesn't write very well, but his printing's quite good.
I see.
He had a dog, an old hound who was always around the house, but he died last month. I can't help feeling if that dog had been alive, this would never have happened. Would it help you to know about the dog?
Oh, ma'am.
See, you're like the others. You listen to me, you're patient, but I can't help at all. I don't know where he is, but I can't help at all.
That's not true.
How? What can I do?
You can tell me why Mr. Hornsby instructed me not to tell anyone he had sent me except you.
He's always been like that.
Like what?
He doesn't like people to know about his good deeds. It embarrasses him.
He's very sensitive.
He's a very good person. That's a very rare quality, Mr. McGill.
Just McGill, Mrs. Hart, just McGill. I'll see you later.
I suppose I should send for a bulldozer. But this way it gives everybody a feeling that they're helping. In any case, if he's down there, a few more days won't make any difference.
How far have you extended the search, Sergeant?
Oh, out to Kimberley in the north, Marston to the south, and the Hamptons east and west. But a small boy could never have got that far. We'll find him nearer home, I suspect. In a gully or an old stone quarry. Somewhere.
Well, then you're satisfied he's dead.
Satisfied? No, I'm not satisfied at all.
Well, you do think he's dead.
You'll write one line in your newspaper back in America.
That's pretty good.
Come on, let's move down a bit. Down that way. Tell him, mister. Now then.
Can you come again tomorrow, 3 o'clock?
I was going to lift the spuds in the top field tomorrow.
It isn't easy for any of us, Tommy.
I'll be here.
You'd be, Mr. McGill.
Would I?
I saw you at Mrs. Hart's house, remember? Mm-hmm. We all feel very keenly about Steve. Mrs. Hart's a special person for us, you see, and the boy.
Did you find him today?
You know we didn't.
Well, I just wanted to be sure. You have a local newspaper here, don't you?
The Cotswold Weekly Chronicle. It covers the whole district.
Where would I find that?
Just outside. You can't miss it.
I won't.
What's your newspaper in the United States, sir?
Do I have one?
Sergeant Jones says you do.
Well, then it must be true. Excuse me.
Makes me sick, he does.
Why?
Well, asking questions, poking around. Why doesn't he put some boots on and muck around looking for the boy like the rest of us?
Stevie don't mean a thing to him.
Well, I've got a boy of my own, and he's going to get hungry this winter if I don't get some spuds on the market.
Ah, well, that's the way things are, Tommy.
Well, come and have a pint.
Thanks, no. Must get back. See you later.
Right. Did you ever have to write a story that you just couldn't finish? Well, that's how it is with this case. Maybe we'll just never be able to finish it. Well, I'm going to bed. I think you should all do the same. Never mind, lads. We'll start again in the morning. Good night.
Good night. It's empty. No coffee for you, McGill.
So I see. So you're Tom, aren't you?
Why are you asking?
Sergeant Jones says you were the last person to see Steve.
I saw him, yes.
When?
Are you asking for your newspaper?
Yep.
Well, I've already told Sergeant Jones. I don't have to tell you.
Well, then let's see. You saw him around noon on Thursday playing at Old Mill, right?
What newspaper do you work for?
The Philadelphia Inquirer. So he was just playing around in the sun and having fun. Everything was okay, right?
Yes. I wasn't looking at him special.
Then he just disappeared?
I don't know if he did or not. I didn't wait around. No reason to.
Well, that whole area's been searched over and over.
What are you getting at?
Well, I want to be sure.
Sure about what? Sure that I didn't do something to the boy? Is that what you're saying?
Nope.
Sounds like that's what he meant to me.
Yeah, it does. That's quite right. It does sound like that. Yeah.
The last time you saw Steve, was he going towards his house or was he going towards the brush?
All the question I've answered, all of them. And now you want more. What for? Are you trying to make something big for your paper? Some scandal trying to find a suspect? You're trying to make me out to be something?
Yeah.
Well, I make you out. We love that boy. We work night and day to try and find him. And what do you do?
Yeah.
Just ask a lot of questions. Okay, look, relax. Don't get excited. I'll talk to you later.
Now, talk now. Make your accusations.
Excuse me.
Get his wallet. Let's see if he's really a newspaper man.
Now, you're not taking your frustrations out on me.
Stop him!
Get away!
Go on, go,
You better
boy.
stay back. I'm gonna bash the first person's head in comes near me.
He's a killer! That's what he is, a killer!
That's right, that's me. I'm the meanest killer of them all.
I'd like some information, please.
Just a moment, sir, please.
Page you, Mr. Dennis. Page you, Mr. Dennis.
Admit the gravity of the present situation, their inability to cope with it. In fact, their total paralysis, and so admitting, respond to that high ideal of patriotism, which I am convinced will lead to their ultimate resignation.
That was quite impressive, Michael.
Thank you.
But do you really think the government will admit the gravity of the situation and their inability to cope with it?
I'd prefer your opinion. Your political instincts have always been shrewder than mine.
You flatter me.
The world flatters you. My humble voice could make no difference.
It could. But then when do you ever talk to me?
Whiskey or,
It's ironic. When we're in a crowd together, with the camera and the spotlights, you take my arm, and you smile that famous smile of yours, and I feel we're together. Take away the crowds and the cheers and the spotlights and put us in a room. And I'm alone. I'm alone now. Michael, talk to me. Why? Why are you like this?
There is no why, Dolores.
Has it been so bad all these years? Has it been so painful to live with me? Why are you so resentful? Because we haven't had children? Or can't you accept all this and what I am?
It hasn't been bad, Dolores. Not bad.
Then what?
Just nothing, Dolores. Nothing.
What was it that silly man called us? The golden couple.
All that glitters?
Michael! I want to help you. Please, let me help you.
Look, I'm 46 years old. Find someone else to mother.
Man in town yesterday calls himself a newspaper man, McGill.
Yeah, well, lots of newspaper men.
This one was different, something about him. Didn't send a story to anyone, didn't telephone. Just went to see Mrs. Hart, went to the meeting hall and visited the paper.
Perhaps he's lazy.
Walked in on Mrs. Hart, just said, I'm McGill. Violet took one look at him and practically pushed me out of the door.
Well, could be something.
Maybe our man sent this McGill instead of putting an advertisement in the newspaper. Maybe he thinks we're going to wait forever.
Yeah, maybe. And then again, maybe this McGill's what he says he is.
What are we going to do?
When there's thinking to be done, I gotta do it. Get back in there!
Well, I didn't know. I can't hear anything in there.
No, just stay put. Just stay.
All right, all right.
Why couldn't you bring someone with brains?
Oh, Rudy's okay. It's your idea that's crazy.
No.
Look, sooner or later he's going to hear you, see you, then you'll have to finish him. Why wait?
We're not going to touch him.
Look, you can't get the money and send him home and go on living happily ever after as though nothing's ever happened. Forget it. Crazy little dream, darling.
Well, you're not going to cry, are you, Stevie?
No.
Oh, that's good.
I wish there was a book.
I can't read.
I can.
Well, there ain't any books in here anyway.
Do you know a song?
No?
I do.
Well, you better not. They might not like it if they hear it.
Look, I don't care how long you've known him, or his grandma and all the rest
Aye.
of it. No, face facts. Look, sooner or later, you've got to be prepared to take care of the kid. Just at this moment, you've got to be prepared to take care of this McGill. Right?
Oh. Look at this, Daddy.
My garden and his son. Strange. I have the garden, he has the son. I'm the richer, you see. You were supposed to return yesterday.
I couldn't make it.
What about the boy?
I think he's dead.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Surely we can do more.
I can't. On the basis of the information in my possession, the boy must be dead.
I don't believe he's dead.
You don't?
I want you to go back and look again.
There's nothing to look for.
I can't give up just now, not like this.
Why not? What haven't you told me?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? According to the editor of the local newspaper, Mrs. Hart takes Steve to London once each month like clockwork. You know about that?
Why should I?
Well, why should they go to London once each month?
Ask Mrs. Hart.
I did. She said the boy had relatives there, cousins of the late father.
You see?
Well, I went to London yesterday.
You did?
And I located a hotel.
Yeah.
And I got a description of the so-called cousin. Now, what else are you not telling me? Does your wife know?
Nobody knows except Mrs. Hart.
And whoever has the boy. And who would that be, Mr. Hornsby?
Whoever it was called me once 6 days ago and demanded £50,000 if I wanted to see Steve alive again. He told me not to call the police.
And?
I didn't even know then the boy had gone. So he said I should put an advertisement in the Examiner when I agreed to pay the money.
Did you do that?
No.
Well, what did you do?
I contacted detectives. You weren't the first. Oh, no. You were the last resort.
You could have told the police.
They said they'd kill the boy.
Your career couldn't have had anything to do with it, would it, Mr. Hornsby? A little bad publicity. Would that embarrass you?
What could I do?
You could have paid the money, and you could have called the police, and you could have placed the ad.
I couldn't. I couldn't.
Why not?
I have no money, Mr. McGill. No, it's true. No money. My wife has all the money. The money, the house, the grounds, the position, the prestige, even the brains. All my wife's. Except for one thing. Just one. My son. My son.
Call the Examiner and place the ad.
I can't.
Are you afraid to place an ad in a newspaper?
I haven't got the money to pay a ransom.
Place the ad.
Look, even if Steve is alive now, if we arrange a transfer, if there's no money, they'll kill him for sure.
Look, you won't have to do anything. I'll take care of it. Just place the ad.
You?
That's right. Why? I told you, £1,000 if I find the boy and another $2,000 if he's alive. Now, you have that much money, don't you?
Yes, but...
Call, now.
Look, here it is. Look.
At last.
He give in. I told you'd give in. He thought we'd give him, but he did. He did. Look.
Room to let, special accommodation for one child. Phone Hampstead 21573.
2 lines. It's going to cost him 50,000 quid.
It's working. You see perfectly. Stevie never saw me here, never heard me here. Blindfolded when we brought him, blindfolded when he leaves. I can go on living here as always, in my own town. Rich.
Well, I'll go back to London.
It's a great little place to be rich in. What about Rudy?
Rudy? Well, I picked him up out of the street for this job. When it's over, I'll put him back. If he's lucky. Now then, Mr. Hornsby.
Yes? Yes, I have the money. In small denominations, yes, I understand. No, you must understand, I can't come myself. Someone might see me. I'm sending my man. Quite alone, of course. But you must show him the boy. The boy must be alive. I'd like to talk to him for a moment, please. Let me talk to him, please. Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to my room. I got to get some sleep.
Aren't you leaving tonight?
Tomorrow is soon enough, and I'll need a car in the morning.
I'll see to that, yeah.
Good. Pleasant dreams.
Good morning, Mr. McGill. I'm Dolores Hornsby. Well, may I come in?
You're in?
You You're ready to leave, I see. I had hoped my husband would introduce us.
So did I.
You interest me, Mr. McGill.
I do.
6 years ago, you had a brilliant future with American intelligence, until that unfortunate incident. You weren't spying for the Russians, were you?
You know an awful lot for a lady.
Yes. Beautiful day. Oh. Gardener's boys in the flower beds again. Are you going to save my husband's son, Mr. McGill? I know about Steve. I haven't been officially informed, but I knew when he was born, when his mother died. I knew when he was ill. I know from the expression on my husband's face whether his monthly visit with the boy has been satisfactory or not. Oh, yes. I know all about Steve. And now this present situation. At first, last week, I thought it was just an accident of some sort, but then there were the private detectives, and now you, and I guessed. It's a kidnapping, isn't it? I see. Business, Mr. McGill. I always sit down to discuss business. How much is the ransom? 50,000? 100,000? Well, I can well afford it. I have plenty of money, and I'm not without heart. Please let me do this.
There's no point.
I don't know what I've done to my husband over these years, how I've changed him, but there's very little left of the man I married. Very little joy or strength or life in him. I'm afraid of what this will do to him. If he loses that boy, there'll be nothing left of him. Nothing at all.
Money won't help.
Money always helps.
Not this time.
Oh, I see. You think they intend to kill the boy, if they haven't done so already. And you. Of course. With or without the money, they'd have to kill you. You'll have seen them and be able to identify them.
I have to go.
How much is he paying you?
My usual fee.
Years ago, when we were first married, my husband would have done this thing for himself. Believe me, he'd have gone after the boy alone, as you're doing.
Excuse me.
Hello?
Let me talk to him.
Who's there?
Yes, I'm here.
That you? Man from the city?
Right.
All right, then. You go to the pub tonight, 10:30. Sharp. Take a suitcase and stand by the telephone. Understand?
Yep.
You reckon that's how it'd be?
Here we are, then. Hiya, Joe.
David.
Well?
Again. It's from me. It's from my newspaper. It's from me, Buster.
All right, don't be like that.
Hello.
That you?
Man from London.
That's right.
Right, now listen.
Leave a pub right now, get in your car, drive to Old Hill. Now, it's close to Mrs. Hart's house.
You know the place?
Yeah?
Right now, there's a tree there, elm tree.
Big one. Now, you leave a suitcase there, and you get back in your car, and you drive back to the pub.
And after we've counted the money, we'll let you know where you can pick up the boy.
No.
You got no choice.
I'll give you the money for the boy at the same time, in the daylight when I can see him. Otherwise, it's no deal.
We'll kill him.
All right. I'll go back to London with the suitcase. It's not my money.
It's not my boy either.
You're bluffing.
You call me back in 1 minute. Otherwise, I'm going home. Hello.
All right. Yeah, all right. We'll bring the boy. You leave a pub right now.
I don't think so.
Look, you got no choice, darling. Now, you get in your car and drive on the Marston Road.
Go slow and make sure you're alone. And you drive all the way to Gurney.
And when you get there, you drive back again. And you keep driving backwards and forwards. All right? And when we're ready...
We'll stop you.
Ready for what?
See ya.
Here.
What now?
You owe me for a beer.
When can I go home, Rudy?
Oh, don't keep asking me.
When?
It'll be soon, Stevie. You see it'll be soon.
stay with the boy. Do like I said.
OK, I will.
Good lad.
He'll be home soon then, will he?
Just do as you're told, yeah?
Come on out.
Where's the boy?
You see? Hold it! Right, the suitcase, throw it out.
Let the boy go.
We gotta count the money.
That boy has to be free, and I've been driving up and down here all night, and I'm getting angry.
Look, come on now. If we wanted to kill him, we could have killed him a long time ago. Look, we gotta count the money.
All right, now the boy.
No, nothing, darling.
Mason!
Steve! Please don't look at me! Stevie! Please don't look at me! Don't look at me! Don't look at me!
Mason! Rudy! Rudy!
Do you know where we are?
Sure.
Well, where do you live?
That way. A long way down that way.
Well, can you find it?
Yeah.
Well, go home. Go home!
Rudy.
Go on, go home!
I had nowhere to go, you see. Nowhere to go.
Yes. Yes, Mrs. Hart. Yes, I understand. Thank you for calling me. Thank you very much. Tell him... no, I'll be there today. Yes, yes, as soon as I can. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine. Very fine.
Can I get you something?
No, I'm in a hurry, you see. Excuse me. A very great hurry.
Where are you going?
I'm going to see my son.
Your son?
Yes. He's 10 years old. I thought I'd lost him.
Is he all right?
Yes, he's alive.
I'm glad.
Are you?
Yes. Will you be back?
Will I be back?
You know, there's always been room for anything you wanted in this house.
Do you hear me, Dolores? I have a son.
I know. You'll let him know that we recovered the suitcase for him.
Of course.
How long will it take before Mr. McGill is fully recovered?
We should have him out of here within 3 weeks.
Then I would like him placed in a private room, please.
Whatever you say.
And send all the bills to me?
Certainly, Mrs. Hornsby.
Thank you.
When shall I tell him you'll be calling again?
I won't be calling again. Good day.
Good day.